Hello, today we're going to be making peanut butter crisscrosses. So everything you see here laid out in front of us is what we're going to be using today, or tonight rather, depending on where you are. One, you're definitely going to need a big bowl, and you'll be mixing the dry stuff in either a small bowl or in a little bit of a bigger bowl. But either way, all the dry stuff will go into the cream butter. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take our 2 sticks of butter, or that's, what is it, 1 cup of butter, or it says shortening in this book. You're going to be creaming that with both of your sugars and your 2 eggs. So yeah, I'll do that and I'll get right back to you. Oh, and also don't forget the vanilla extract. So this is my cream mixture. So this is including 2 eggs. Of course, the brown sugar and the granulated sugar, so just normal white sugar, on top of, what was the other thing? Oh, right, butter. As well as the vanilla extract. And that's all just kind of creamed in here thoroughly, as they ask. Next, what the recipe wants us to do is add a cup of peanut butter, and that is a lot of peanut butter. Now, they want us to stir this in, but due to my recording setup, I'm just going to kind of drizzle some in, and then hope to God that this functions. There you go. See, it all works. Now I'm going to take my other hand, my dominant hand, because this would be awful otherwise. Just kind of stir that in. It's okay, your paddle's going to get a little dirty. Resist the urge to lick, because that's unsanitary. However, if you're cooking for yourself, I don't know, go ahead. And, yep. It's a little difficult on my own, but whatever. This will work. Just kind of plop this on in. Okay, well, that's the majority of it, but we'll get more of it. There it goes. That's satisfying, right? Yeah, definitely. Okay, come on, get up. Taking up my recording time. Okay. We'll get what I can out of that off camera. But yeah, and then again, just kind of stir it in. And just kind of keep stirring it. And after that, I mean, what you're going to want to do is then sift your dry ingredients here. So this is your baking soda, and they say to sift it in together, doesn't matter. Next, then you also want to get your half teaspoon of salt. I'll put this all at the end of the video too, and I'll just show you a picture of that. But yeah, so just get that all in there. Again, I'll stir this off camera, but you get the idea. After you're done stirring this, you're going to want to put all this mix in here. I'm going to whisk this together off camera. And just add it in, you'll get a cookie dough. Easy as that. Alright, welcome back. So again, just kind of mix this all in so I got everything cleaned up. So what you're going to take now is your flour and kind of add bits of it in at a time. Not the whole thing, I made that mistake a while back. Just again, so the recipe calls for 3 cups. However, it says you can substitute it for just 2 instead. For richer peanut butter cookies, and if I'm making peanut butter cookies, I'm making peanut butter cookies, so yeah, that goes. So just kind of mix it in. It'll kind of have this like type of congeal look almost to it. That's normal. And as you can tell, it's already becoming like a more dough instead of a batter. So you just keep working it, just keep working it. Eventually all of this will come off, but with time. All right, I'm gonna keep adding this in. I like to do it in a timely fashion, but, that's just because I've been doing this, for the past couple days. So that's besides the point. If you're starting out, definitely know what you're doing first. So, yeah, again, just keep mixing, just keep mixing. I'll record it, or I'll do this mostly off camera, just so I don't take up a whole bunch of space. But you get the idea. Make sure that all that flour is taken up, and I'm going to add the rest of it here. There you go, all good. Put that off to the side. I like metal bowls. Don't use plastic. If you use plastic, I don't know what to tell you. Always use glass or stainless. Unless you have to microwave, which in that case, use glass. For obvious reasons. I mean, maybe you want to catch your house on fire. I don't know. Not my problem. But that's besides the point. So yeah, again, just keep it all mixed and get all that. Eventually your arm's going to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you're going to have a nice full arm workout. So yeah, I'm going to mix this off camera, but just giving you an update. Alright, now that you've made it this far, this is kind of what it should look like. Make sure all the flour underneath is all kind of, not showing anymore. It should be all thoroughly mixed. I can assure you it is because I did it just off camera. But so what you're going to do now is get your 1 tablespoon, yep, there it is, rounded. You don't want to use like any special ones like like heart ones or not. No. You want to use rounded tables or teaspoons to scoop them out and put them on to this tray. And always remember, if you didn't remember at the beginning of this video, it's that 350. Make sure your oven is heated for 350. All right. So always remember, preheat your oven. So what you're going to want to do is just kind of take it. It's going to be like a little weird, but I can assure you these will be cookies. Just to make sure. Even I'm double guessing it. Yep, teaspoons. All right. They're little, not wanting to come out, but don't worry. Something I did forget, since these are crisp cuts, you're going to want to go into your magical fork drawer and grab out the fork. There's my dog. And just kind of take your fork and just do kind of like that. Don't have to be perfect. They'll form. See, that's not even a good cookie. But you kind of get the idea, right? Okay. So what you're going to do is, well, besides putting that down, is do that for all of these. This recipe says it'll make up to, how many? 5 dozen cookies. I beg to differ because I don't know what type of cookies you'll be making if you're making 5 dozen of these. I think this will make probably a bit less than that, but I don't know, maybe give or take a couple dozen. But after doing that, you should stick it into the oven at 350 for, how many minutes is it? For about 10 minutes, it says. And that will be just enough time to take a little tea break with your creamer. And, yep, should be all good to go. I'll see you when it's done. Welcome back. This is what turned out. I opted for not doing the crisp cut just because it was a pain to work with the dough. However, I did 2 times as much, so I basically did like a tablespoon. And this is how they turned out, this size. I mean, they're pretty big. I mean, and they're peanut butter cookies. They're solid. They're very soft at first, so let them cool for a little bit on the tray before you take them off. But other than that, great peanut butter cookies. And that's the end. All right, bye-bye.